Hi guys, in this video we are going to talk about the date and time functions which are supported in MySQL. So first of all, let's see some of the basic functions that are available. So in SQL, okay, we have some functions like current date. Okay, so current date, or we can also use synonym, or it is like one of a similar function that is called current date. So both the functions are same, which will just print the current date for us. Okay, so whatever is the date for today, so it is going to print that. So let's say at the time of recording this video, so the date is 10th of December. So both the function are giving you the same values. Similarly, if you wanted to see the date and time, so we have another functions with us that is called as now. Okay, so this now function will give you both date and time. Okay, so let's say at the time of recording this video, the time is let's say at 11 p.m. at night, so it is just giving me 23. Now with the current date, you can add on some duration, you can add on few days, few months, few years, so anything you can add on. So for this one, we are going to use some of the date and time function in MySQL. So the first function is adddate. So when we talk about this adddate function, it takes another function as an argument, or we can also provide the column name. So I am going to provide adddate. Okay, now with this adddate, I am going to provide my current date. So my current date is, let's say, 10th of December, and I'm going to provide 3. So what is the meaning of 3? So the 3 means that I am going to provide 3 days from now. So the current date is, let's say, 10th of November, so the upcoming 3 days it will be 13th of December. Okay, so this is how we can add on 3 days. In case if you wish to provide, let's say, 3 months or something like that, so you can provide, let's say, interval 2 month. Okay, and in case if you are looking my video for the first time, you may find out something called as a dual table. So dual table is nothing, it's a dummy table in which we can just run the query and we can see the output. Okay, so if you see, I have added on 2 months. So right now we are in December, so now after adding 2 months it will be February. Okay, 10th of February. Similarly, you can see the difference between two dates. Okay, and for looking at the difference between two dates, we have a function called as date diff. Okay, so if I just try to copy the same thing from here. Okay, so see, okay, let's say I just provided the current date right now, so that is now. With the help of now, we can see the current date, and let's say the upcoming days. Okay, in the upcoming days, the date will be 2024, and let's say the date is 15th. So I have provided 15th of December 2024. So from current date to the upcoming days, the difference is of -5, because so we are going to go in the future, so it will show -5. So in case if you make this value as smaller, okay, so let's say today is 10th of December and we are comparing it with 8th of December, so the difference will be of 2 days. So the date diff function will give us a value of 2 days. Similarly, we have some more functionalities which is available. Okay, I'm not going to tell about everything. Okay, so there are few functionalities we will be watching it today. So the another function which is quite we can use is extract. Okay, we can use like something called as a month, year, and lot of other functionality. Okay, so from current date, if we wanted to extract, let's say, the year, so we provide now method inside this year. So from the current date we are going to extract year, so the year is 2024. Okay, now similarly, it's not necessary you take out everything like month, year, something like that. You can also extract some portion of your data. Okay, so with this one we get another option that is called date format. So the date format is very simple. So it takes a date as the first argument and the format as a second argument. So according to the format, it will give you the value in form of string. So if you have a data type, you can get the value in form of a string with the help of date format method. And how we get this? So for using this date format, so you say select. So let's say this is date format. Now we provide now, means from the current date I provided, let's say, something like month, so I provide percentage m. So percentage m is for defining the month. Okay, and if I just try to see it from dual, so I get December. Correct. Now it's not necessary you can just extract December, or let's say a weekday or a month name. You can get this value in form of string. Okay, so let's say if I just provided, let's say current month is something like this. So you see I get the month name as December, so my current month is December. Now it's not necessary you can just compare the same, you can get anything like year. For this you have to specify the specifier. So for year we use percentage y. Okay, so if you put small y you will get in 2 digit. If you give capital Y, you will get the year in all the 4 digits. So the current year is 2024. So using this date format you can also extract some portion of the data, but it will give you the output in form of string. Do remember, it will give the output in form of string. Okay, so we have some common functionality like current date, now, add date. Okay, date div, year, date format. So you can just watch this particular section of function, and you can just keep on exploring the things, because it's not possible to cover up everything in each and every video. So like once you get familiar with the syntax of SQL, you can just try out all this function and you can remember few of them, because in a day-to-day life you are going to use only few of the functions. Okay, so please utilize this time to reference this particular link, and the same link will be provided in the video section. And in case if you have any concerns, any doubt, feel free to be in touch with me. Okay, thank you and see you in the next video. So till then, bye bye, enjoy, and please do like and subscribe to this video channel.